Welcome to Senior Health 365, your trusted guide to thriving after 60. Many of us grew up believing that eating more vegetables is the golden ticket to health, and for much of our lives that's been true. But as we cross the threshold of 60, our bodies change in ways that demand a smarter approach to nutrition. Digestion slows, inflammation creeps up, and some vegetables we've always considered healthy can quietly contribute to bloating, fatigue, joint pain, or even chronics. Health issues. At Senior Health 365, we're here to cut through the noise of generic diet advice and share truths that most nutrition books and wellness gurus overlook. Today, we're diving deep into 3 vegetables you should consider removing from your plate starting now, and 3 you should embrace weekly to feel energized, mobile, and mentally sharp. Plus, we'll reveal one underappreciated vegetable that could be a game changer for your heart and brain health. This isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment, giving you the tools to listen to your body and make choices that help you thrive in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Avoid nightshades if you're struggling with joint stiffness. Let's start with a group of vegetables that might surprise you: nightshades. These include everyday favorites like tomatoes, eggplants, bell peppers, and white potatoes. They're vibrant, versatile, and packed with vitamins, showing up in everything from your morning omelet to your evening pasta sauce. For many, they're the backbone of comforting, familiar meals. But for seniors over 60, especially those grappling with joint pain, arthritis, or autoimmune conditions, these seemingly innocent foods could be silently fueling discomfort. Why? Nightshades belong to a botanical family called Solanaceae, and they contain a natural compound called solanine. In plants, solanine acts as a defense mechanism, a kind of built-in pesticide to ward off insects. For most people, small amounts of solanine are harmless, processed by the body without issue. But for those with sensitive or dysregulated immune systems, common in seniors with conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, or even lingering injuries from decades past, solanine can act like a low-grade toxin, triggering inflammation that accumulates over time. Imagine waking up each morning with stiff, achy joints, your knees creaking as you get out of bed, or your fingers feeling swollen and uncooperative. You might chalk it up to just getting older, but at Senior Health 365, we believe your body is always communicating. These symptoms could be your system's way of flagging a food-based inflammatory response, with nightshades as a hidden culprit. The effects aren't immediate like a food allergy. You won't eat a tomato and instantly feel pain. Instead, the inflammation builds subtly, day after day, meal after meal, manifesting as stiffer joints, reduced mobility, or even brain fog that makes you feel heavier and less like yourself. Here's a story to bring this home. Linda, a 67-year-old retiree, loved her Italian heritage and the tomato-heavy dishes that defined her family dinners: spaghetti with marinara, stuffed bell peppers, eggplant parmesan. But she also lived with constant knee pain and morning stiffness that made her dread getting out of bed. Her doctor called it arthritis and prescribed medication, but the relief was minimal. On a whim, after hearing about nightshades, Linda decided to try a 3-week experiment, cutting out tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, and white potatoes. She swapped her marinara for a creamy mushroom sauce and her mashed potatoes for sweet potatoes. By week 2, she noticed her knees felt less grindy, and by week 3, her morning stiffness was nearly gone. For the first time in years, she could walk her dog without wincing. When she reintroduced tomatoes, the pain crept back within days. Linda's story isn't unique. Thousands of seniors have found relief by giving their bodies a break from nightshades. At Senior Health 365, we encourage you to try this experiment yourself. Commit to 14 to 21 days without nightshades. No tomato sauces, no roasted eggplant, no chili with bell peppers, no French fries or mashed potatoes. It's not forever. It's a test to see how your body responds. Keep a simple journal to track your pain levels, joint mobility, energy, and mental clarity. After 3 weeks, reintroduce one nightshade at a time, say a small serving of tomatoes, and wait a few days to note any changes. If you feel stiffer or more fatigued, you've likely pinpointed a trigger. This approach isn't about fear-mongering or labeling nightshades as bad. They're nutritious for many, but nutrition isn't one-size-fits-all, especially after 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at clearing inflammatory compounds. Joint tissues repair more slowly, and chronic low-grade inflammation can amplify pain and stiffness. Functional medicine practitioners and even some rheumatologists now recognize that solanine and related compounds, like tomatine in tomatoes, can irritate the gut, disrupt nerve muscle signaling, and provoke immune responses in those with conditions like leaky gut or autoimmune disorders. This leads to systemic inflammation that affects not just joints, but also digestion and cognitive function. For example, solanine can interfere with acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter crucial for muscle movement and brain clarity. In sensitive individuals, this disruption might contribute to that grindy feeling in your knees or the mental fog that makes it hard to focus. If you have a history of digestive issues like bloating or irritable bowel syndrome, nightshades may exacerbate gut permeability, allowing inflammatory compounds to leak into your bloodstream and worsen symptoms across your body. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need expensive tests or medications, just curiosity and discipline. Swap nightshades for alternatives. Use zucchini or mushrooms in your pasta, sweet potatoes or parsnips instead of white potatoes, and herbs like basil or rosemary for flavor in place of peppers. If you love spicy foods, try ginger or turmeric, which have anti-inflammatory benefits. After a few weeks, you might notice not just less pain, but also better digestion, deeper sleep, and sharper thinking. Why? Because when you remove a constant inflammatory trigger, your body redirects its energy toward repair and renewal. At Senior Health 365, we're not asking you to give up your favorite foods forever. This is about listening to your body's feedback. If you've been told your joint pain is just arthritis or a normal part of aging, don't settle for that. You might be one dietary tweak away from moving with ease and feeling like yourself again. Start small, observe, and let your body guide you to a more vibrant chapter of life. Rethink overcooked or canned spinach for better energy. And kidney health. Spinach has long been the poster child for healthy eating, celebrated for its iron, magnesium, potassium, folate, and fiber. It's low-calorie, antioxidant-rich, and a staple in everything from salads to casseroles. But at Senior Health 365, we're peeling back a lesser-known truth. For seniors over 60, the way you eat spinach can make the difference between nourishment and unintended harm. Overcooked or canned spinach, and even excessive raw spinach, can sap your energy, disrupt digestion, and pose risks to your kidneys. Many seniors turn to canned spinach for convenience, or boil it until it's a soggy mess, thinking they're packing in nutrients. Others, inspired by health trends, blend handfuls of raw spinach into daily smoothies, believing more is better. But here's the critical detail. Spinach is one of the highest sources of oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that, in excess, can cause trouble. Oxalates bind to essential minerals like calcium and iron in your digestive tract, preventing your body from absorbing them. This means you might be eating spinach for its nutrients, but getting less benefit than you think. Worse, these bound oxalates form sharp crystals that can accumulate in your kidneys, potentially leading to kidney stones, a painful and sometimes recurring issue, especially for older adults with reduced kidney function. Take Margaret, a 62-year-old, who prided herself on her daily green smoothie packed with raw spinach. She thought she was doing everything right, but she started noticing bloating, fatigue, and occasional sharp pains in her lower back. After a visit to her doctor, she learned she was at risk for kidney stones, likely due to the high oxalate load from her smoothies. When she switched to lightly steamed spinach and rotated it with other greens, her bloating eased, her energy returned, and her kidney concerns diminished. Margaret's experience highlights a key point. It's not about ditching spinach. It's about preparing it wisely. Oxalates don't just affect kidneys. In sensitive individuals, they can irritate the gut lining, leading to bloating, gas, or even inflammatory responses that manifest as fatigue or brain fog. If you've ever felt sluggish after a spinach-heavy meal, it might not be your imagination. It could be your body struggling with oxalate overload. As we age, our digestive systems become less resilient, and chronic irritation from high oxalate foods can compound issues like leaky gut or inflammation, affecting not just digestion, but also joint health and mental clarity. The good news: you don't need to eliminate spinach entirely. The key is preparation. Lightly steaming spinach for just 2 to 3 minutes significantly reduces its oxalate content, making it safer and more beneficial. Pairing it with healthy fats, like a drizzle of olive oil or slices of avocado, enhances absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, E, and K while soothing the gut lining. Avoid boiling spinach into oblivion. It destroys texture, depletes nutrients, and concentrates oxalates. Canned spinach is no better, often loaded with sodium and preserved oxalates that offer little nutritional value and a metallic aftertaste. At Senior Health 365, we recommend variety over obsession with one food. Rotate spinach with low oxalate. Greens like arugula, romaine, Swiss chard, or lightly cooked collards. Herbs like parsley or cilantro can add flavor and nutrients without the oxalate load. If you're over 60 and noticing digestive discomfort, low energy, or kidney issues, try a 2-week break from spinach. Replace it with other greens and track how you feel. Your digestion, energy, and even joint pain might improve. When you reintroduce spinach, keep it steamed, moderate, and balanced with other foods. Here's a practical tip. Try a simple side dish of steamed spinach with olive oil, a pinch of sea salt, and a squeeze of lemon. It's quick, delicious, and gentle on your system. Or toss a handful of baby spinach into a warm soup just before serving. The heat wilts it slightly, reducing oxalates while keeping nutrients intact. Nutrition isn't about following trends or eating the same superfood every day. It's about understanding your body's needs and adjusting accordingly. At Senior Health 365, we believe your energy, kidneys, and digestion deserve better than hidden sabotage from a food you thought was your ally. Skip raw, cruciferous vegetables. If you have thyroid concerns, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and cabbage are nutritional powerhouses, celebrated for their fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins C and K. They're known for fighting inflammation, supporting detoxification, and even reducing cancer risk. But at Senior Health 365, we're sharing a critical nuance. For seniors over 60, particularly those with thyroid issues, eating these vegetables raw could be undermining your health. The issue lies in goitrogens, naturally occurring compounds, in raw cruciferous vegetables that can interfere with iodine absorption, a mineral essential for thyroid hormone production. If you have hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, or a family history of thyroid problems, consuming large amounts of raw broccoli, kale, or cauliflower, think daily green smoothies or raw salads, can suppress your thyroid's ability to function effectively. The thyroid is your body's metabolic control center, regulating energy, mood, weight, and even body temperature. When it's compromised, you might feel fatigued, foggy, cold, or notice weight gain despite eating healthy. These symptoms are often dismissed as aging, but they could be your body signaling a dietary mismatch. Consider Susan, a 65-year-old who loved her raw kale salads, believing they were boosting her health. But she felt increasingly tired, her hands were always cold, and her weight crept up despite her clean diet. After learning about goitrogens, she switched to lightly steamed kale and broccoli, and within weeks, her energy improved, her mood stabilized, and she felt warmer. Susan's story underscores a key point. It's not about avoiding these vegetables, but preparing them to support your unique biology. The solution is straightforward. Cook your cruciferous vegetables. Light steaming, roasting, or sautéing for just a few minutes neutralizes goitrogens while preserving the vegetable's anti-inflammatory and detox benefits. For example, Roasted broccoli with olive oil and garlic retains its crunch and nutrients without taxing your thyroid. Pairing these foods with iodine-rich options, like seaweed or a sprinkle of iodized salt, further supports thyroid health. You can also combine them with healthy fats to enhance nutrient absorption and protect your gut. At 60 and beyond, thyroid function naturally declines, especially for women, due to hormonal shifts and reduced muscle mass. This makes personalization critical. Not every superfood is super for you. If you're feeling sluggish, bloated, or mentally foggy, try a 2-week experiment. Swap raw, cruciferous vegetables for cooked versions. Roast cauliflower with turmeric, steam kale for a side dish, or sauté cabbage with onions. Track your energy, mood, digestion, and body temperature. If you suspect thyroid issues, ask your doctor for a comprehensive panel, TSH, free T3, free T4, and thyroid antibodies to get a clear picture. Don't settle for normal results without digging deeper, as subtle imbalances can sap your vitality. At Senior Health 365, we believe health is about precision, not perfection. Your thyroid deserves support, and sometimes that starts with something as simple as turning on the stove. Cook smart, eat smart, and reclaim your energy. Add beets to boost your heart, and brain beets may not steal the spotlight like kale or avocados, but at Senior Health 365, we're shining a light on these humble red roots as one of the most powerful foods for seniors over 60. Packed with plant-based nitrates, beets are chemically brilliant, helping your body produce nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and delivers more oxygen to your muscles and brain. This single action can transform how you feel, from lowering blood pressure to boosting stamina and sharpening focus. Picture this. You're 68, and daily walks leave you winded, or you struggle to recall names as quickly as you used to. You might think it's just age, but your body might be craving better blood flow. Beets deliver. Studies show that regular beet consumption, whether whole or as juice, can lower blood pressure in as little as 4 weeks. Other research highlights improved blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for memory, decision-making, and focus. Seniors who include beets in their diet often report not just cardiovascular benefits, but also better endurance, smoother digestion, and deeper sleep. Beets' benefits go beyond circulation. They're rich in betalains, antioxidants that combat inflammation and support liver function, helping your body detox naturally. They also provide folate for heart health and DNA repair, plus fiber to regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, crucial as we age. Nitric oxide even supports your mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses that fuel your energy. If chores or walks feel exhausting, beets can help your cells work more efficiently, reducing fatigue and speeding recovery. Here's a real-world example. John, a 70-year-old retiree, felt his energy waning and struggled with high blood pressure despite medication. On a friend's recommendation, he started adding roasted beets to his weekly dinners. Within a month, his blood pressure dropped. He could walk farther without feeling breathless, and he noticed his thinking felt clearer. John didn't need expensive supplements, just a simple root vegetable from his local market. To get the benefits, skip canned beets, which are often soaked in sugar or vinegar, stripping their nutritional power. Choose whole beets and roast them to enhance their natural sweetness, making them easier to digest. Slice them into salads, blend with berries and lemon for a smoothie, or sauté the greens, which are packed with potassium, calcium, and vitamin K. Worried about sugar content? Beets' natural sugars are balanced by fiber and nutrients, making them a smart choice for most, unless you have specific dietary restrictions. At Senior Health 365, we love beets' accessibility, affordable, versatile, and available at any grocery store. Try roasting a batch with olive oil and herbs for a week's worth of sides, or add beet greens to an omelet for a nutrient boost. A few servings a week can shift how you feel, from your heart to your brain. Your body isn't failing. It might just be hungry for better circulation. Beets deliver, quietly and powerfully. Embrace sauerkraut for a thriving gut at Senior Health 365. We're passionate about rediscovering forgotten food wisdom, and fermentation is at the top of that list. Modern diets have swapped live, nutrient-rich foods for processed, sterile substitutes, leaving many seniors over 60 grappling with bloating, sluggish digestion, and low energy. The solution isn't always more fiber or pricey probiotic pills. It's something ancient, simple and alive. Real sauerkraut, raw fermented cabbage brimming with live cultures. Before refrigeration, every culture relied on fermented foods like kimchi, miso, yogurt, and sauerkraut to preserve nutrients and boost digestion. These weren't trends, they were essentials, supporting gut health and immunity. Today, as our microbiomes weaken with age, we need these foods more than ever. A declining microbiome means less bacterial diversity, leading to slower digestion, higher inflammation, weaker immunity, and even cognitive decline. The gut-brain axis is real, and at Senior Health 365, we believe a thriving gut is the foundation of vitality. Real sauerkraut, found in refrigerated jars labeled raw, unpasteurized, or live probiotics, delivers billions of beneficial bacteria per forkful. These microbes break down food, enhance nutrient absorption, strengthen your gut lining, crowd out harmful bacteria, and produce neurotransmitters like GABA for mood stability. Just 1 or 2 forkfuls daily with lunch or dinner can reduce bloating, ease bowel movements, and sharpen thinking within days. Contrast this with Jane, a 64-year-old who struggled with chronic constipation and brain fog. After adding a small serving of raw sauerkraut to her meals, she noticed smoother digestion and a brighter mood within a week. Her story shows the power of live foods. Not all sauerkraut is equal. Pasteurized or vinegar-based versions, often found on grocery store shelves, are sterile and lack live cultures. Look for refrigerated organic sauerkraut that fizzes slightly when opened, a sign of active probiotics. Use a clean fork to avoid contamination and add it to salads, sandwiches, or eggs. If you're relying on probiotic supplements, know that sauerkraut offers dozens, even hundreds, of microbial strains compared to the handful in most pills. Nature's design trumps lab-made capsules every time. At Senior Health 365, we encourage small, consistent habits. A forkful of sauerkraut a day can transform your gut, mood, and energy. Don't chase fads. Embrace what's worked for centuries. Your digestion deserves life, and sauerkraut delivers. Include cooked carrots for vision, skin, and detox carrots are the unsung heroes of the vegetable world, often overlooked in favor of trendier superfoods. But at Senior Health 365, we're celebrating their quiet brilliance, especially for seniors over 60. When cooked, carrots unlock a powerhouse of nutrients that support your eyes, skin, and internal cleansing systems, helping you feel vibrant from the inside out. Cooking carrots, whether by steaming, roasting, or sautéing, releases beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A that your body can't access efficiently from raw carrots due to their tough fibers. Vitamin A is a game-changer, supporting your retina to enhance night vision and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in seniors. It also regenerates skin cells, promotes collagen production, and protects against dryness, giving your skin a smoother, more resilient glow. Beyond aesthetics, vitamin A strengthens your gut lining, supporting digestion and immunity. Take Robert, a 66-year-old who noticed his night vision fading, making evening drives stressful. After adding roasted carrots to his meals 3 times a week, he found his vision sharper and his skin less dry. He also felt less bloated thanks to carrots' soluble fiber, which binds waste in the gut and aids detoxification. This fiber, combined with antioxidants, supports your liver, reducing oxidative stress and improving energy and mood. A sluggish liver can make you feel heavy, both physically and mentally, but carrots help it work efficiently. For maximum impact, cook carrots with turmeric and a pinch of black pepper. Turmeric's curcumin fights inflammation, supports joints, and balances blood sugar, while pepper's piperine boosts absorption by up to 2,000%. This trio creates a healing, flavorful dish that works on multiple levels. Roast carrots with olive, oil, turmeric and pepper, or blend them into a soup with ginger for a gut-soothing meal. 3 to 4 servings a week can even curb sugar cravings, as carrots' natural sweetness satisfies without spiking blood sugar. At Senior Health 365, we believe in mastering the basics. Carrots are affordable, versatile, and powerful. Try steaming them as a side or roasting with herbs for a warm, nourishing dish. You don't need complex diets, just consistent, smart choices. Cooked carrots deliver clarity, energy, and resilience, proving that the most potent medicine often grows underground. At Senior Health 365, we believe that thriving after 60 isn't about eating more. It's about eating with wisdom. Some vegetables, despite their healthy label, can inflame your joints, disrupt hormones, or block nutrients, while others quietly restore strength, clarity, and vitality. By removing the 3 that harm, nightshades, overcooked spinach, and raw cruciferous vegetables, and embracing the 3 that heal, beets, sauerkraut, and cooked carrots, you can transform your health one meal at a time. Your body is always speaking. It's up to you to listen. Join us at Senior Health 365 to make informed choices that help you live not just longer, but better.